Hello everyone, hope you all are doing good. So before starting today's video, let me tell you that you will get all the solutions in the Telegram group. The link is given in the description. You will also find the Telegram link in the comment section. So do join it to get the solutions in C++ as well as in Java. Now let's start today's video. So today's GFG POTD is about maximum sum of our hourglass. Let's read the problem once. Given two integers n, m and a matrix of dimension n cross m, we are given the task to find the maximum sum of an hourglass. This is how an hourglass is defined as a part of the matrix. Okay. So let's see how can we solve this particular problem. We will use this particular example to solve today's problem. Before starting to solve this problem, let's observe something. Can we say that the elements present at the top three elements present in our matrix are the part of our hourglass? Can we say that the top three elements present in our matrix are the part of our hourglass? So 6, 2, 1 are the part of our hourglass. Can we say that? Yes, we can say that. Now, let's observe again. Can we say that the middlemost element, that is D, is also the part of our hourglass? So can we say that 2 is also the part of our hourglass because this is the middlemost element? Now moving forward, can we say that the bottom three elements present in our matrix are also the part of our hourglass? So what are the bottom three elements here? It is 9 to 8. Can we say that this is an hourglass of this whole matrix? Yes, we can say that this is an hourglass. We have created one hourglass. Now, is this the only single hourglass that is present in our matrix? Let's find out whether we can find any other similar hourglass or not. So, can we say that the elements, these elements, this particular part of the matrix is also the part of our hourglass? We can say that because we have top three elements, we have middlemost element, we have bottom three elements, right? Now, moving to the next. Can we say that this part of the matrix also creates an hourglass? Because we have top three elements, middlemost element, bottom three elements, right? So we can say that this is also our hourglass. Do we have any more such hourglasses? Let's see. Can we say that this part of the matrix also creates an hourglass? Yes, we can say because we have the top three elements, we have the middlemost element, we have the bottom three elements. So we can say that this is also an hourglass. Do we have any other hourglasses? Okay, we don't have any more. So now let's move to the logic. So in this hourglass, what you can see? You can see that the top three elements are the part of our hourglass, and we need to find out the sum here. So, what is the sum of the elements present at the top of the hourglass? It is 6 plus 2 plus 1. What it is? It is 9. Now, this 2 also is a part of our hourglass. So, let's name it mid. 2 is also the part of our hourglass. Now the bottommost element, that is 9 to 8, are the elements which are the part of our hourglass. So let's find out the sum of these three elements. Let's name it as bottom. It is coming to be 19. Now let's find out the sum of these three, the top, the mid and the bottom. It is coming, if we find the sum, it will come 30. You can calculate it, it will come 30. Now this is our one sum. We have more such hourglasses in this matrix. So there is a possibility that we can get a sum greater than 30 because we are asked here to find the maximum sum of an hourglass, right? So let's find out the sum of the rest of our hourglass. Previously our sum was 30. Now let's find out whether we can get a sum greater than 30 or not for this particular hourglass. Let's find out what is the sum of these top three elements. It is 2 plus 1 plus 3. This is coming to be 6. The middlemost element is 1. Then what is the bottommost element? It is 2 plus 8 plus 7. What is the sum? It is 11. Now if you do the sum of these 3, you will get the sum of what? You will get the sum 24. Now is it less than 30 or greater than 30? It is less than 30. So we won't take this as our sum. our sum will remain 30 because this is the maximum and we are asked to return the maximum sum. Okay. Now let's find out the sum for the next hourglass. This is our hourglass. So the top elements 4 to 1. What is the sum? The sum is 7. What is the middlemost element? It is 2. What is the sum of the bottom elements? It is 7. If we sum these 3, what we will get? We will get 16. Is this less than or greater than 30? It is still less than 30. So we won't update our sum. It will remain 30 because we need to return the maximum sum. Now let's move to next. This is our another, okay. This is another hourglass. What are the top elements? It is 215. What is the sum? It is 8. If you sum these elements 2 and 5, you will get a 8. What is the middlemost element? It is again 8. What are the bottom elements? It is 9 to 1. If you sum this up, what you will get? You will get 12. Now, if you sum these 3, what you will get? You will get 28. Is 28 less than or greater than 30? It is less than 30. So, our sum will remain unchanged and at last, we will return 30 as our maximum sum. So, this is our answer. Now, let's implement the code. This is our column. Now, let's take the top 3 elements. How to get the top 3 elements now? See, if this is my index 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. My I is pointing here, j is pointing here. Now, here, mat I minus j and j minus 1. What is the element at I minus 1 and j minus 1? It is 6. My I is pointing to index 1, j is pointing to index 1. If we do I minus 1, it will become 0. If we do j minus 1, it will become 0. We are pointing to 6. So, this is the first element present in the top. If we do matrix of present at the index, element present at the index I minus 1 and j. My I was previously pointing to j equals to 1. My I was pointing to 1. If we do I minus 1, that is 1 minus 1, my I will now point to 0, index 0. And if we do j equals to 1, then then the element will be 2. So now my I and j is pointing to the element 2. So we are getting the second element present at the top. Similarly, if I do I minus 1, that is the I is pointing to 0. And if we do j plus 1, that is my j is pointing to 1. My I is pointing to 0, my j is pointing to index 2. What is the element at index I equals to 0 and j equals to 2? It is 1. So we are getting the third element. We are doing the totaling. Now, let's find the middlemost element. How to get the middlemost element? It is present at index I and j. Why? My I is previously pointing to 1, my j was pointing to 1. So, I is pointing to 1, j is also pointing to 1. What is the element at I equals to 1 and j equals to 1? It is 2. So, we are getting the middlemost element. Now, the bottom elements. How to get the bottom elements? J minus 1. See, to get the bottom elements, what are the bottom elements here? It is 9 to 8. So if we want to get the bottom elements, we have to point this I to index 2 and j to our column 0. We will get our 9. So if we do I plus 1, my I was previously pointing to 1. Now if we do I plus 1, it will point to index 2. 1 plus 1 equals to 2. So this is pointing to this row. And my j was previously pointing to 1. Now if we do j minus 1, 1 minus 1 becomes 0. What is present at the index I equals to 2 and j equals to 0? It is 9. So we have got our first bottommost element, right? Now, we need to find this element. What is the middlemost? We have to find this. Now, how to find this 2? 2 is present at index at I equals to 2 and j equals to 2. So, if we do I plus 1, my I was at 1. If we do 1 plus 1, it will point to 2, index 2. My I is at 2. My j is already pointing to 2. What are we getting? We are getting this element 2. Now, if we want to get this element 8, what we will do? We will do I plus 1 and move our j to j plus 1. If we do this, what we will get? I plus 1. 1 plus 1 equals to 2. We are at the second row. J plus 1. J was previously at 1. If we do j plus 1, it will become 2. What is at this index? It is 8, right? So here we are getting 8. Now let's sum it up. Top plus mid plus bottom. Now we were finding the maximum sum. We were comparing and finding the maximum sum for the remaining. We were finding the sum for the remaining hourglasses. So to do that, we need to compare the sum with our current sum. At last, return the sum. Let's compile and run. Okay, so the compilation completed. Now let's submit. Okay, so the problem has been solved successfully. Now let's end the video here, but before that, do subscribe the channel to get similar content, as gaining a subscriber and a like in my video does motivates me a lot to be consistent and create such content. So do subscribe, like and share with your friends. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. Thanks a lot for watching. See you guys again tomorrow.